Hello and welcome back to my Pokemon Journeys review series. Today we are reviewing episode 76 and I hope you enjoy. So we are back in Alola for this episode. Go sees that there is a race taking place which involves capturing Pokemon. So he decides to go with Ash to Alola to enter this race as a team. And of course Ash is excited as ever to once again be returning home to Alola. As soon as they arrive in Alola, they sign up for the race, only to be stopped by these two brothers who recognise Ash as the Alola champion. Finally, 76 episodes into Journeys, it has been mentioned that Ash is the Alola champion, and I'm glad they chose to do it in this way. Just two random characters recognising Ash, and Go's reaction was really funny as he didn't even know himself, so he's super shocked, and Ash, being as humble as he is, says that he forgot to mention it. It was a nice little moment, and then we find out the brothers will be competing in the race along with Ash and Go. The race begins and the Alola TV presenter Anna returns from Sun and Moon. She appeared a lot throughout Sun and Moon at several TV events, and she played the same role in this episode, which was a nice touch. It starts with them hiking up a mountain using Boldore, and Go catches an Alolan Geodude. The race just consisted of different stages which ended up in the team having to capture the specific Pokemon. And Ash and Go keep running into these two brothers who keep trying to use a Z move, but they fail to do so every time. Go also asks Ash if he has his own Z ring, and Ash says he does, but he didn't bring it with him. The second stage, Go managed to capture a Bruxish with the help of Ash's Lucario scouting the water with its aura, which was a really cool detail. The third stage, they're tasked with capturing a Persimmon, and Team Rocket interrupt. They were scouting Ash and Go throughout this episode. They also promised that they would go and visit their old hideout and their old Pokemon after they've dealt with Ash, which was nice. They end up calling in the Gacha and then nearly getting away with all the Pokemon, but with the help of the brothers and Komo-o finally mastering their Z move after Ash's advice, they managed to stop Team Rocket and get their Pokemon back. Which was really nice to see them finally become one with their Pokemon after admiring Ash as the champion, getting advice from him, and then becoming better trainers for it. It puts Ash at a mentor level for these kids, and I love that. They race to the finish line and Ash and Go end up winning the competition. Meanwhile, Team Rocket get blasted off into their old hideout, reuniting with their old Pokemon, Mimikyu and Mareanie, and of course Beware and Stuffle are there as well. It was a nice moment to have them all reunite. Obviously we saw them all back in episode 37, but now we got the actual moment where they've all come back together. They might not have had much interactions, but I got a feeling that we could see them again. Then it cuts back to Ash after the race and we learn that he has a Hyperclass battle scheduled, as Hyperclass is more of a serious class, so they schedule battles in advance. And it is of course with Volkner, who we learn is ranked 27th in the Pokemon World Championship, setting up next week's episode in a really cool way. So I really enjoyed this episode. It just had a lot of nice little moments. It wasn't anything crazy, but we got some great continuity and wholesome moments with these kids really looking up to the Alola champ Ash. And then of course Team Rocket reuniting with their Pokemon was another good moment. And I liked how they foreshadowed Ash's Z-Ring for next week, and also set up the battle right at the end of this episode here. So overall I just can't wait for next week, and this was a really solid episode, so it gets an 8 out of 10. Let me know your thoughts on this episode. What would you rate it out of 10? Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.